you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a super easy back to school makeup tutorial, and I am wearing my old high school uniform. I just graduated, I'm going to college this fall, and I cannot tell you how happy I am to never wear this ever again. I actually did roll the sleeves up just to see what it looked like because I never had the balls to do it while I was actually at school because of dress code and because I'm a goody two-shoes. But yes, let's get to it. Okay, so I have no makeup on my face, just moisturizer. So when I think about the first day of school, I generally think about my freshman year, going to my high school. It was a private school, and obviously, you know, being a freshman, you're like super nervous. So when I think about it, when I think about nervousness, I think about sweating. When I think about sweating, I think about a lot of powder products. The only like non-powder products I'll use is like a BB cream and a concealer. So to start off, before we do that, I'm going to use my Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer, which is my favorite right now. And lately what I've tried to do is really like rub it in, because most of the time I don't, and I think that's a mistake in how well my makeup stays. Now that the face is all primed, I'm gonna go in with my Bobbi Brown BB cream in the shade Fair. Just gonna put it on the back end of a beauty blender, like so, and just dab it on my face. Okay, next I'm going to conceal with the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Medium. I use such a little product, I think it's gonna last me forever. And it's my trusty eye primer. I probably really should get an eye primer, but for 25 bucks it can double as an eye primer. I am going to set the under eye a little bit with this powder that just comes, it's so cute, it's a cat, with a puff. Just dab it under. It's not like it's like a loose setting powder, so I don't need to sweep it away. But just set it a little bit. Oh no, not there. Next, I am going to bronze or contour first. So I'm going to take this big fan brush and my Balm Voyage palette. I'm going to go into the bronzer shade, and so it's all different languages, and I'm going to butcher this name. It's Croeso. It's that shade right there. And I'm gonna contour out my cheekbone. So my other goal for this, besides trying to stay, you know, powdery to counteract all this nervous sweating I would do, is definitely to bronze me up to kind of, because I wanted to kind of give it a very natural, glowy, like, look at me type feel without being crazy. I always like to take the corner of this fan brush like this, like that corner right there, and like right here on my jaw, and just carve it downward. It gives it really nice definition. Buff it out a little. Okay, and then to even add a little more bronze, I'm going to take this Christopher Buckle palette, and it has a matte and a bronze highlight on. Matte and a bronze highlight. Oh wow. A matte and a shimmery bronzing powder, and I'm going to take the shimmery one with this stipple brush. Oh, so much comes out. And I'm just going to go over it like this, to really give me a very, you know, kind of glowy, just popped off, just came from the beach look. I don't go to the beach. And then I'm gonna dip my thing into the bronze matte powder and kind of just dab it on my face a little just to give me a little warmth all over. And I'm actually gonna skip out on blush for this because I have very, very red cheeks right here, and during the day I'm sure I'd get really flushed and I don't want to add to that. And I usually don't. I just started wearing blush anyways, and it wasn't really a part of my routine or anything, but I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. So for highlight, I am going to use the highlight in the Christopher Buckle palette. It's this very pretty gold. It's right there. There it is, right there. I am going, where'd it go? Oh, I'm going to use my Sigma F03 brush. Look, I can say that. That's so cool. It's like people saying my Y6 or my E23. My Sigma F03, 03, whatever. And I'm going to take that gold and tap it off and highlight. For some reason, this side of my face does not pick up highlight, or does not show highlight as well as this side of my face does, or maybe it's just this light. I think it's actually my light. And so this is a very gold undertoned highlight, which for my skin tone obviously is gonna look, it's not gonna be blinding. And that's what I'm going for. So whatever your skin tone is, I would use a highlighter that isn't blinding but very natural looking, kind of glowy, the glow from within, if you would. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to, on the little tip of that brush, apply it to the bridge of my nose. Not the tip of my nose, just the bridge. For the tip of my nose, I'm going to go in with the Balm Voyage palette with the highlight shade. And this highlight shade is called, it's called Kuwakawa Rabisha. Just that, and just tip of the nose. Ooh. Little on my Cupid's bow, Cupid's bow, Cupid's bow. Alright, so that's pretty much my face makeup. And now let's start with the eyeshadow. So I'm going to take this brush from my Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to dip it into my Smashbox Shape Matters palette, using this shade right here. It's a very, it's just a, where is it? This one? It's just a, like, skin tone, like a really nude eyeshadow. And I'm just gonna kind of use it as a transition. So the eyeshadow I'm going for is slightly, it's bronzy, slightly dramatic, but still very natural looking. Kind of like a warm toned. I almost want to describe it as friendly. Friendly. So do that. So after that, I'm going to use my Modern Renaissance palette. I'm going to dip into the shade Raw Sienna twice and Burnt Orange once. Tap it off. And I'm going to focus it. I'm going to like dig into my crease right here. And then sweep it up. So that way it's darker right here, which I saw Laura Lee do. I dropped my brush. Where'd it go? Dang it. That was a struggle. Found my brush. Okay. So like I said, Raw Sienna twice, Burnt Orange once. And I'm just going to do it on the other eye now. Dig into that crease right here and sweep it over. Eyeshadow look is definitely super easy. It's not a lot of steps at all. Okay, next I'm going to take a smaller blending brush into the shade Red Ochre, whatever, from the Modern Renaissance palette as well. Do the same thing. I'm actually gonna like try to blend it out on my outer lid a little bit. Sweep it a little. When I do this, I really follow my natural crease. Kind of dig under your brow bone. Okay, next I'm going to go back with my Anastasia brush, but with the packer side. I'm going to go into my Balm Voyage palette once again. I'm gonna go into the shade Wilkeman. Pack it on there. And I noticed when I was doing this earlier, you don't even have to wet the brush when you want to pack on shimmery shades, because it seems, let me swatch it real quick. Yeah, it's like creamy. Welcome in. And just pack that on there. I'm going to take the color Warm Taupe and Tempera, kind of dust that off, and that's what I'm going to use to blend all this together. A technique I really like using is after you've like completed your eye look and you kind of have maybe a little bit of a harsh line and a little harsh transition between the shimmery and the matte here, I take a neutral color that goes with all of them and I sweep it across the entire thing, just like that, mainly focusing on this up here and the transition between the shimmery and the matte. So that's it for the eyeshadow. Next I'm going to do a little bit of eyeliner, but I'm actually only going to put it on I'm only going to tight line it, which I just tried today. It kind of freaks me out a little. Oh god. It is the shade, it's the Neutrogena Nourishing Eyeliner in the shade Spice Chocolate. I want chocolate. Okay, so next I'm going to do my brows, and I just used this Sephora crayon waterproof thing because I just started using a pencil for my brows because I recently got my eyebrows waxed and now they're two different shapes and I'm really upset. See, they're two different shapes. This is like arched and this one's like bleh. But I have to like grow the arch to the bleh because if not, I have to so I can get them reshaped properly. So I'm just gonna make this one a little thicker and a little longer like that. I have to make this one less patchy. And a lot of times when I do like stuff this way, to me, I can totally see where I've done it. So I kind of like rub it out with my finger. I don't know if that's the best technique, but it works for me. Okay, those are my brows. And the last thing, or not the last thing, the next thing I'm going to do is mascara, and I am going to use another product from theBalm called Mad Lash. This was one of the first products I ever got in an Ipsy bag. I got like a tiny version of it, and to me it was like the best mascara in the world, so I had to buy the big version. Okay. I actually think it's still really good mascara. It makes your lashes just fly, but still like separates them and gives them a nice curve. And okay, so my eyelashes are like, it's kind of hard to see. There they are. Add just a little more to the tips of them to really make them come out. And kind of like tug them up. Tug. I have been watching a lot of how I did my makeup in high school videos, and I think that would be like really cool to do years down the road because obviously I just graduated, but like, I mean, I guess there'll be new trends in like 6 years, 7 years, because if there aren't, then I did my makeup in high school the way everyone's doing their makeup, like what's popular now, which makes sense, kind of. So yeah, my mascara is done. Next I'm going to take my EcoTools brush, go back in with the hard to pronounce highlighter and just dot it right there. Opens up your eyes. Dot, 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 dot. I always have trouble putting it on right here. Okay, and the very last thing I'm gonna do is apply some lip gloss. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Ginger Snap. It's a really pretty brown gloss. I don't know, I think it's really different actually. So actually before I use setting spray, I'm gonna go back in with this powder puff, and I like this powder puff and just kind of just take it there, especially kind of right here, here, there. I sweat everywhere. now I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray, which I totally wish I had during school, and just set. It smells good. All right. How do you know that she loves you? Okay, and that is my easy back to school makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope whenever you start school, no matter what grade you're starting, I hope you have the best year ever. And please subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, like it, all that jazz. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.